Some weird things your cat does look like problems, but they're actually signs of a happy cat. That constant licking, random stares, even sudden bites, they don't mean what you think. Today, you'll learn what your cat is really trying to tell you. Number 1. The post-pet grooming frenzy. You just spent 5 minutes petting your cat. The moment you stop, they immediately start licking the exact spots you touched, grooming intensely. Your first thought? Do I smell bad? Are they trying to remove my scent? Actually, it's the opposite. When cats groom after you pet them, they're not removing your scent. They're spreading it around and mixing it with their own saliva to create a blended scent profile. Research from the University of Bristol shows this is called displacement grooming, and it's often triggered by strong positive emotions. Your cat is so overwhelmed by the affection you just gave them that they need to process those feelings through grooming. It's their way of savoring the moment and making your scent part of them. Number 2, the painful love bite attack. You're petting your cat, they're purring, everything seems perfect. Then suddenly, chomp, they bite your hand. Not hard enough to break skin, but enough to make you pull away confused. This seems like mixed signals, right? Wrong. This is called love biting, or petting-induced aggression, but it's not actually aggression. Animal behaviorists at Ohio State University explain that cats have a threshold for stimulation. When they're so happy and overstimulated by your affection, they give a gentle bite to communicate, "I love this, but I need a tiny break." It's their way of setting boundaries while still showing affection. A truly aggressive cat would hiss, flatten their ears, or scratch. Your cat is just saying, "You're so amazing, you've overwhelmed my senses." Number 3, the death-defying sleep positions. You find your cat sleeping on the edge of a high shelf, balanced precariously on a narrow surface or wedged into the tiniest box possible. You worry they'll fall or get stuck, but cats are masters of spatial awareness and balance. When they choose unusual sleeping spots, especially high places or tight spaces, it shows they feel secure in their environment. According to feline territorial behavior studies, cats survey their domain from high vantage points and seek enclosed spaces that mimic the dens their wild ancestors used. A stressed cat would hide in constant fear. Your cat is confident enough to sleep anywhere because they know their home is safe and you're watching out for them. Number 4, the trip you up figure 8 dance. You're walking to the kitchen and suddenly your cat appears from nowhere, weaving between your legs in a perfect figure 8 pattern. You've nearly tripped a dozen times. It seems dangerous, even annoying, but this behavior is actually one of the highest compliments a cat can give you. When cats do the figure 8 walk, they're marking you with scent glands located on their cheeks, head, and body. They're essentially telling the world, "This human is mine." Research from the University of Lincoln shows this is called allo-rubbing, and it's how cats claim their favorite family members. Your cat isn't trying to kill you. They're so happy you're their person that they can't contain their need to mark you as theirs. Number 5, the deliberate property destruction. Your cat jumps on the kitchen counter, looks directly at you, and slowly pushes your glass toward the edge. You say no, but they maintain eye contact and push it further. It crashes to the floor. This seems like pure defiance or boredom, doesn't it? Actually, this behavior shows incredible trust and playfulness. Cats are natural hunters who need to test cause and effect relationships. According to feline cognition researchers, when your cat knocks things over while watching you, they're actually engaging you in interactive play. They've learned that this action gets your attention, and to a cat, any attention from their favorite human is positive attention. They're not being bad. They're inviting you to play in the only way they know how. Number 6, the claw-filled making biscuits session. Your cat climbs into your lap, starts purring, and then begins kneading your stomach or legs with their paws. It would be adorable, except their claws are out and it actually hurts. You try to stop them, thinking something's wrong. But this behavior, called making biscuits, is one of the purest expressions of feline happiness. Kittens need their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow while nursing. When adult cats need you, they're regressing to that safe, happy kitten state. They literally feel so content with you that they're mentally transported back to infancy. The fact that their claws are out, that just means they're really into the moment. According to veterinary behaviorists, cats only need people and places where they feel completely safe and loved. Number 7. The cold shoulder after your return. You've been away all day or maybe on vacation for a week. You come home expecting your cat to be excited to see you, but instead, they completely ignore you. They won't look at you, they walk away when you approach, and they act like you don't exist. This feels hurtful, like they're mad at you or don't care. But actually, this is a coping mechanism that shows deep attachment. Cats form intense bonds but don't understand why you leave. When you return, they need time to process their feelings and protect themselves from being abandoned again. Animal behaviorists call this protest behavior. Within a few hours, they'll be back to their normal, affectionate selves. The stronger the bond, the longer the cold shoulder. Number 8. The boneless body sprawl. Your cat is lying in the most awkward position possible. Twisted, stretched out, legs at weird angles, looking like they have no bones whatsoever. You wonder if they're uncomfortable or something's wrong with their spine. But this liquid cat behavior is actually peak relaxation. Cats only sprawl out in bizarre positions when they feel completely safe and comfortable. A stressed or scared cat stays compact and ready to flee. According to animal physiologists, when cats fully extend their bodies, it means their nervous system is in complete rest mode. They trust their environment so much that they're willing to be in a position where they can't quickly escape. Your cat isn't broken. They're living their absolute best life. Number 9. The bathroom stalker behavior. You can't even use the bathroom in peace. Your cat follows you in, watches you, maybe even jumps on your lap or rubs against your legs. It seems invasive and weird. Why can't they give you privacy? Here's why. Cats are social creatures who don't understand human concepts of privacy. When you close yourself in a small room, your cat thinks you're vulnerable and potentially in danger. By following you, they're actually guarding you and keeping you company in what they perceive as a confined space. Studies on feline social behavior show that cats stay close to family members they care about, especially in enclosed areas. Your cat isn't being clingy or weird. They're being your loyal bodyguard during your most vulnerable moments. Number 10. The laptop hijacking move. You're working on your laptop or reading a book, and your cat decides that exact spot is where they need to sit, right on your keyboard or directly on the pages you're reading. It seems deliberately obstructive. But your cat isn't trying to sabotage your productivity. They're actually jealous of the attention you're giving to an inanimate object. According to animal cognition researchers at Kyoto University, cats understand when your attention is focused elsewhere, and they want to redirect it back to them. When they sit on your work, they're essentially saying, "I'm more important than that thing." It's not rudeness, it's a compliment. Your cat values your attention so much that they're willing to physically insert themselves between you and anything else competing for it. Number 11. The just out of reach sitting game. You call your cat, pat your lap, try to entice them closer, but they sit exactly 3 feet away, just out of reach, staring at you. It feels like they're being stubborn or playing hard to get. Actually, this is a sign of a secure, confident cat. According to feline psychology research, cats who are truly bonded to their owners don't feel the need to be in constant physical contact. They just want to be near you. Sitting within visual range is their way of saying, I'm close enough to keep an eye on you and enjoy your presence, but I'm also independent and secure in our relationship. Needy, insecure cats demand constant touching. Your cat respects boundaries while still showing love. Number 12. The ghost hunting wall stare. Your cat sits completely still, staring intensely at a blank wall or empty corner for minutes at a time. You look, but see nothing there. Is your house haunted? Is your cat seeing things? While we can't rule out ghosts entirely, kidding, the reality is much more fascinating. Cats have superior hearing and vision compared to humans. They can detect tiny movements, hear ultrasonic frequencies, and see in near darkness. According to sensory research from Cornell, your cat likely hears insects in the walls, sees dust particles floating in light beams, or detects minute vibrations. They're not crazy, they're experiencing a much richer sensory world than you can. Their intense focus shows a healthy, stimulated mind engaging with their environment. Number 13. The vibrating tail. Welcome. Your cat sees you, and their tail goes completely straight up with just the tip quivering rapidly, almost vibrating. It looks like they're about to spray urine, which would be bad, but nothing happens. This tail quiver is actually called the happy tail or excitement quiver, and it's one of the clearest signs of feline joy. When cats hold their tail vertically with a quivering tip, they're expressing pure excitement and happiness at seeing you. Feline body language experts note this is most common between cats and their absolute favorite humans. Your cat isn't about to mark territory. They're giving you the equivalent of a dog's excited tail wag, just in cat language. Number 14. The Velcro sleep attachment. Your cat doesn't just sleep near you. They sleep pressed completely against your body, sometimes making it uncomfortable or too hot. You might shift away, and they immediately move back into contact. This seems clingy, right? Actually, it's the deepest form of trust and affection. Cats are vulnerable when sleeping. By pressing their body against yours, they're not only seeking warmth, but also demonstrating that they trust you to protect them during their most defenseless state. Studies on feline sleeping behavior show cats only sleep in physical contact with individuals they consider family. Your cat literally trusts you with their life every time they fall asleep touching you. That's profound love in its purest form. Number 15. The obsessive face rubbing ritual. Your cat systematically rubs their face on your shoes, bag, phone, keys, basically everything you've touched or brought into the house. It seems obsessive. But this behavior is your cat creating a scent map of their territory. Cats have scent glands on their cheeks, chin, and forehead. When they rub these areas on your belongings, they're marking objects with their scent to create a familiar, comfortable environment. Research from the Chemical Senses Journal shows that cats feel most secure when surrounded by their own scent, mixed with their family's scent. Your cat isn't being weird. They're literally making your home smell like family to them. It's their way of creating a cohesive, safe territory where everyone and everything belongs together. Number 16. The seat-stealing opportunist. You get up from your chair or spot on the couch for 2 seconds, and your cat immediately claims it. You come back and they're sprawled out in your warm spot, looking completely comfortable. This seems opportunistic or territorial, but there's a sweeter reason. Your cat is drawn to your scent and warmth. When you leave a spot, you leave behind body heat and your scent concentrated in that area. Your cat isn't stealing your seat out of dominance. They're seeking the closest thing to cuddling with you when you're not available. Behavioral research shows cats are attracted to recently vacated spots, specifically because they smell like their favorite person. It's physical affection by proxy. Number 17. The phantom poop-burying dance. Your cat finishes using the litter box, steps out, and then starts making scratching motions on the floor, wall, or nearby furniture. Nowhere near actual litter. It looks like they're trying to bury something that isn't there. This behavior puzzles many owners. According to veterinary behaviorists, this is actually leftover instinctive behavior from wild cats who would disguise their presence by covering waste and also marking territory boundaries. When your indoor cat does this away from the litter box, they're performing a ritualistic behavior that shows they're mentally stimulated and following natural instincts. It's not a litter box problem. It's a sign your cat's brain is engaged and they're expressing normal, healthy feline behaviors even in a domestic setting. Number 18, the conversational meow back. You talk to your cat and they meow back almost like they're having a conversation with you. Sometimes they seem to time their meows to match your speech patterns. It's adorable, but also seems like they're actually trying to communicate. Here's the amazing truth. They are. Research from the University of Lund in Sweden found that cats develop unique vocalizations specifically for their human family members. Adult cats rarely meow at other cats. They've developed meowing specifically as a human-directed communication tool. When your cat talks back to you, they've learned that vocalizing gets responses from you, and they're actively engaging in interspecies communication. Your cat has literally developed a custom language just for you. That's not just happiness, that's deep, intentional connection and love. Number 19, the creepy sleep-watching guardian. You wake up in the middle of the night or early morning to find your cat sitting on your chest or beside your pillow, staring directly into your face, sometimes just inches away. It's unsettling, maybe even creepy. You wonder if they're plotting something sinister or if something's wrong. But your cat is actually keeping watch over you during your most vulnerable state. In multi-cat households or cat colonies, cats take turns staying alert while others sleep. When your cat watches you sleep, they're acting as your guardian, making sure you're safe and breathing. According to feline social structure research, cats only guard individuals they consider family. Your cat isn't being creepy, they're being your protector, standing watch while you're defenseless. That's devotion in its purest form. Number 20, the runaway comeback game. Your cat meows at you insistently, seems to want attention, but when you reach out to pet them, they run away. Then seconds later, they're back meowing again. It's frustrating and confusing. What do they actually want? This behavior is called approach avoidance, and it's not mixed signals. Your cat wants to interact with you on their terms. According to feline psychology research, cats are control-oriented creatures who feel most comfortable when they initiate contact. When they run away, then return, they're inviting you to a game or asking you to let them come to you. It's not rejection, it's your cat saying, "I want to interact, but let me be the one to close the distance." It's about respecting their agency while still showing affection. Number 21, the impossible box squeeze. Your cat finds a box that's clearly 3 sizes too small and somehow squeezes themselves into it, looking completely uncomfortable with limbs hanging out everywhere. You have bigger boxes available, but they choose the tiny one. Why? According to research published in Applied Animal Behavior Science, boxes provide cats with security and stress relief, and smaller boxes provide more security because they create pressure on all sides, similar to swaddling a baby. When your cat crams into an impossibly small box, they're seeking maximum comfort through compression. Veterinary behaviorists explain this is called deep pressure therapy, and it triggers calming responses in the feline nervous system. Your cat isn't being ridiculous, they're self-soothing in the most effective way possible. If they had anxiety, they wouldn't seek out such vulnerable positions. This is pure comfort-seeking behavior. Number 22, the elevator butt response. You scratch your cat's lower back near their tail, and their rear end shoots straight up into the air while they stand on their tiptoes. It looks bizarre, almost like a reflex gone wrong. But this elevator butt response is actually a sign of pure pleasure. Cats have a concentration of nerve endings at the base of their tail, and scratching this area triggers an almost euphoric response. According to feline anatomy research, this area is difficult for cats to groom themselves, so when you scratch it, you're hitting a pleasure spot they can't easily reach. The butt in the air posture is their body's involuntary response to intense pleasure. Your cat isn't being weird. They're experiencing feline bliss, and their body language is screaming, "Don't stop." All right, I'm calling you out right now. Go look at your cat and tell me exactly what weird thing they're doing at this very second. Comment it below because I guarantee they're either staring at a wall, sitting in an impossible position, or plotting to knock something off your table as we speak. And here's the challenge. Out of these 23 behaviors, which one does your cat do so much that it's basically their entire personality? Drop your answer now, and let's find out which behavior is the most common. I'm reading every single comment, and trust me, some of your stories are going to end up in my next video.